Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Wallach and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Campbell. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. It'll be a draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. It's caught. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Owens. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to lead more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Wants to throw. It's O'Neal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver of the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return, it's Abrams. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. A first down for the offense. They're going to run it to the right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Campbell. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They'll leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, you usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
Now, how does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's the end of the first quarter. Texas A&M 7, Florida 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback will audible. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That one comes out hot down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Campbell. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Hand off from the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
To the ground. He's got it again. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Hard running there. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in, it's Strickland. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
The Aggies are flying down the field. They'll try the run.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. To throw, it's O'Neal. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. The 40, the 30, the 10. Touchdown Gator! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, and get you a touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Fires one high and deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away passing.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. That was not exactly helpful to this defense as they'll have their backs against the wall as the ball will be put in play close to the 40. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Out of the gun to give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dialing up the second down pass play. Throws toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling.
Off he goes. He's at the 40. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for room. It's Daniels. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Trying the left side. Touchdown, Florida! And that one will give them the lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Campbell. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll give it to the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you can tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again? Or are you going to force them to pass the football?
defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls and fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
And the Gators will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gator!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Auburn. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Lets it fly. Fires into traffic, intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Touch pass on the run. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida 21, Texas A&M 7.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, it's Campbell. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Snagged on the outside, it's Campbell. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Great job.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's got him, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They want to just keep throwing it. Caught in the backfield, it's Campbell. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Touchdown, Aggies! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking for a gap. It's Daniels. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
He'll come out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Owens. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. That running back looks as if he'd be at home in the receiver room with that footwork along the sideline.
Yeah, Reese, this defense is going to have their hands full because this is a complete running back. He's not good just blocking or running with the football, but he can catch it as well.
Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Quick completion on the out. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to move it through the air. Release to the back. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Tees. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
To the air on 1st down. Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's on target and complete. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
They keep attacking through the air. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Looking to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
One of the things you have to be impressed about this defense is that they've got guys in the back end who can cover, man-to-man or zone. That last one gets swatted away. They're in a situation where they're expecting pass. You know this is going to be a tight window to throw into if you're the quarterback here.
Pushed back, but is still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Wow, it has been textbook on the back end covering all night long for this defense. Did you see that defender break on the ball? It's like he almost knew where the quarterback was throwing it. You can't do it better than that.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Number 17.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, heavyweights trading punches today in a top-5 battle, and now it's a final. Georgia somehow, some way, found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. A top-5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
So after the first down run, here's second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, wants to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, running back gets the give. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout called by the defense, 13 seconds to go. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Line gets set, first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Stumbled to the ground.
When you're a QB, you have enough time to take out a sandwich and finish the sandwich before you have to make a pass down the field. That's a good day at the office.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Offense will use the timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. 1st and 10 coming up. Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Touchdown, Aggies! They jump on top here in OT.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score. Texas A&M 28, Florida 21.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking for a crease to the left. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Florida! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. We play on first down here in the 2nd overtime period. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll start this drive with a pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jason.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Throws to the tight end. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping, take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, like in play action, opens the whole play.
On second and goal, he gets another chance. Touchdown, Aggies! They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Man, what a great response by this offense. Going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. They went for 2, hoping to vault on top, but they're still sitting a single point behind. I know how to sum up this game.